everyone, it's Eliana and Mark here from Birding by Boss, and we have something really cool to show you. 2 weeks ago here in Miami, Florida, we picked up a broadwing hawk at our great friend Ian's house that was injured. And we have great news because today you get to join us for the amazing release that we will be showing you in a few minutes. But Mark, tell us a little bit about broadwing hawks.
Yeah, so this bird that we picked up 2 weeks ago is a broadwing hawk. This is a Buteo type hawk, which is a genus of hawk that have robust bodies and broad wings. And broadwing hawks winter to some degree here in South Florida, but they also winter in Central and South America. South Florida is not really one of their main wintering sites, but we are lucky to have a few here from about October until about April. These birds are found throughout the eastern United States. They nest in woodlands, and they make their way south in the fall. They travel about 5,000 miles each fall, traveling about 70 miles a day until they reach their wintering grounds. It's a really cool bird. We're really lucky to have them here in South Florida, and we're really excited that this one is going to be released today.
But you know what the luckiest part is? That we actually get to release it. A lot of wildlife that gets injured or hurt, most of the time, sadly, they're not able to be back released because they're too injured, or there is not a location that the animals can be taken to. Lucky for us here in South Florida, we have the Pelican Harbor Seabird Station. It's a non-profit organization that does a lot for wildlife. They take in hundreds of animals a year and helps them out, rehabilitate them and release them. So I want you to check them out on social media. They have Instagram and Facebook, Pelican Harbor Seabird Station. And on top of that, if you're able to donate $5, $10 or anything, 100% of the money goes to help more animals in need. And we need every little bit of donations possible because there's so many wildlife that need our help. And today we get to show you one that gets to go back into nature.
So this bird was at the Pelican Harbor Seabird Station for the last 2 weeks. When we brought it in, they did their assessment, and it turned out that the bird had sustained some sort of head trauma. How does a bird get head trauma? Well, common injuries in raptors include being hit by a car. They also can fly into a glass window, and there are all sorts of other bits of trouble that they can get in. If they get a head injury, they get swelling in their brain, they become lethargic, they become unable to fly, and that's what happened to this bird. The great staff at Pelican Harbor nursed this hawk back to health. They gave it some anti-inflammatory drugs to help with the swelling. They gave it fluids to help with hydration. It had to be force-fed for a few days because it wasn't eating. And then finally it was placed in one of the flight cages where it could get some exercise, and they could make sure that it was able to fully fly before deeming it ready to be released. And after 2 weeks, yeah, he's ready to go. He's in good shape.
Mark, I think it's the time. I think we need to go get the hawk and to release it back into the wild, and hopefully it lives a very long, healthy life.
Definitely. Let's go grab him up and send him back off into the wild.
Vamos!
Okay, buddy. Time to go back. 3, 2, 1. Off you go. Sometimes they don't want to go that quickly. That was an awesome release. The bird flew great. He went up into the oak tree, stayed there for about 5 minutes, and then he was on his merry way. One of the cool thing about broadwing hawks is that even though they travel about 5,000 miles to get from the northern US to their wintering grounds in South Florida, Central and South America, once they actually get there, they stay within about a mile of that wintering spot. So Ian may very well see this bird again in his own backyard. It probably is not going to go very far.
But you know what's cool about Ian's yard? That Ian has this amazing habitat of native plants. So everyone, I think, should be planting natives at all times. So do your research where you live, plant natives. There's a lot of things that you can do from your house to help wildlife, because everyone can do a little bit to help all these animals in need and to help our environment. So thank you so much for joining us, and hopefully we bring more great news to you soon.
Bye, guys.